And now for another episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic with your host, novelist, filmmaker, and authentic psychic, Dave Thompson.
Hello, everybody. We are starting the live stream right now, and I'm going to be looking all over the place as I make sure everything gets going. Looks good. Looks like I'm getting good audio as well. I'm going to, can I just wait for somebody to show up before I decide to start inviting people. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. There's one person. Yeah. All right, there's another person. Cancel. Patrick is with us. All right, Patrick, how are you doing today? I'm thinking of all the other people. I'm trying to remember who's in my group so I can ping them and invite them. All right. There's that person. There's, okay. Who else was I going to invite in? God, it's not that it's been a busy day or anything, but as soon as we're right at the bottom of the hour here, it is 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 if you're in the East Coast. As the timestamp says, it's August 2nd, 2020. We have a full moon sometime tomorrow afternoon. If you're into manifestation and magic, the full moon is a great time and place to do some work in that respect. I'm calling it manifestation. I used to call it magic. Whatever it is, it works, I've heard some rather distressing news coming out of Australia. So I was going to look at that first. I was going to open up where I have a friend in Australia. Hello, Karen. How are you doing today? I hope everything is good in your corner of the world. This is some information that's come to me from Cheryl Dunmall, who is in Australia. Oh my God, it's wild there. They've hit, in 2 weeks, they've had 12,000 new cases. Daily numbers of deaths are tripling. There's some doctors that are sick. Other doctors are in the hospital. And the same thing is happening there. Oh, I'll get right to that, Karen, in just a minute. Hang on to that one. That's a good question, too. Roman goddesses on other days than their set special days. I've got a great answer for you for that one. Here's what's happening, at least in Australia now. Last time I did a reading, Australia is one of the places I looked at, and I saw a lot of blooms, a lot of issues occurring. It seems to be that right now, at least the version that's in Australia, is it's actually infecting people a lot younger, under 40 age bracket. It's now more people younger are dying. More people who are middle-aged are dying. And she sent me some pictures that are absolutely frightening. And that is, they've got these lockdowns that are happening. I don't think they could ever do that in the United States. There. Patrick, you're saying you've had some paranormal stuff happening. Oh boy, I like paranormal stuff as long as it doesn't startle me. And then I tend to yell. Here I am. I've been, making contact with spirits for all these years, and guess what? they can still make me yell. I was recording some videos last night, and I kept noticing out of the corner of my eye, I kept noticing something. There was something in the room with me. I kept seeing them, and I kept looking over there, and the video looks like I'm being real shifty-eyed. It looks like I'm looking everywhere but at the camera. But and I never figured out who it was. So let's continue on here. Here's the rules that are happening in Australia. Is that they are only one person in a household is allowed to go shopping once per day, and they have to be able to do so within 5 kilometers of their house. In exercise, you're only allowed to go out no longer, maybe an hour, no further again than 5 kilometers from your house. You're not allowed to go outside your house for any other reason. Can you imagine them trying to do that here in the United States? The certain segments of society would absolutely lose their shit. Yeah, Patrick, I've had, hi Manny, how's it going? I've had a lot of supernatural paranormal experiences, and growing up I was really interested also in UFOs, and I saw a very, very large UFO when I was 17 in the middle of the summer. And yeah, there's a lot of nuttiness getting ready to happen this year. One of the things I'm going to be doing, and I'll be doing this in about a month, is I'm going to be moving across country. I'm going to go from Los Angeles to New Hampshire. I'm going to spend a year or two there so I can focus on this kind of work and my writing. And I figure I'll be a lot more productive there. I will miss the nice weather right now. What is it outside? It's about 75 degrees, and it's been sunny all day. All right, so let me take a look. Real quick at what may be coming down the pike at us here in the U.S. The thing to think about is you're not going to have a second wave of the virus in the United States because the first wave has not died out. That's usually when you're down to very, very few new cases, everything's under control, and then it runs back up. I really didn't expect it to do the way it's doing here. My door just rattled. Okay, there may be somebody trying to get my attention like last night. Hi, Rita. Nice of you to join us. Let me address Karen's question real quick. Can she call upon Roman goddesses on days other than their sets? But yes, you can. The days that you work with the goddess can be any of your choosing. Your magic with the goddess and your magic being able to contact the goddess is no difference, no change than normally. I always recommend when working with, say, Aphrodite, is to, if you haven't done a lot of work with her before, start on a Friday. That's the day of Venus, which is Aphrodite's day. But it's like today is Sunday, is the day of the sun. And so I'm going to be doing some work later tonight with an entity that you can work with them at any time. However, with this particular entity, I had to, I petitioned them, asked them to come by, and they gave me ideas what they want for offerings and what they, and how to go about getting a petition in front of them. Because I am moving across country, I need to raise quite a bit of funds in the next next probably 25 to 30 days. I'm going to be doing my one-on-ones again with people. I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm releasing a video tomorrow about ascension. There's been a lot of talk in some of the groups I'm in that talk about this thing called ascension, and I first read about it in the late 90s, and I have a whole video I'm going to be doing. That's one of the videos I was doing, that I kept seeing something out of the corner of my eye, just something way out there, and I could never I'd turn and look and I could never see it. So I need to figure out who's trying to get my attention. So Karen, yes, you can call upon a deity any time of the day or night. It's not like they have office hours. They're not like say a banker that's only open from 8 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon or anything like that. Uh, and I have a feeling you're talking about Aphrodite, and see, the Roman version of her is Venus. Uh, I do know that she prefers Aphrodite to Venus, at least working with me. Take a few moments here, grab my breath, and if there's any other specific questions, do put them in there. I'm actually able to see things here fairly quickly. Also, make sure you understand that this is going to be up on YouTube as well, and so let's don't do anything that's going to keep you that you don't want the rest of the world to know about. Patrick, if you could, if you're still with us, why don't you let me know what you're thinking is coming at us here for the rest of the year? Uh, it's kind of odd. It's a lot of weird things. Uh, and one of the things I talk about in the Ascension video I'm going to upload soon is we should stop looking for uh, uh, benevolent ET beings to bail us out of the trouble that we're in right now. It's up to us. And when we do the ascension work, it's up to us to remain grounded in our current dimension in order to reach for the higher dimensions. Next week, next Saturday the 8th, I have that set aside to be a meditation day. So if you can, sometime that day, just meditate and send calming energy out around you. If you're near an area which has what we call a ley line, just send it straight up. It'll find the grid and it'll start plugging into the grid. In one of my videos I'm going to be uploading, or did I already upload it? I forget. I talk about how I was always figuring I wasn't going to be one of those mediums or one of those psychics who talks about ETs a lot. Unfortunately, that's not the case. They have been in contact with me. Even last night, I made brief contact with a group, and a good friend of mine who I need to invite her if she's in the group. See if she'll come by. Hold on. Yeah, that's probably one of the other reasons why I'm going to be relocating, because I'm going to be living in the country. I'm going to be living where there's really not a lot of people around, so I'm not going to be interrupted like that just then with somebody who figures a muffler on a vehicle is optional equipment. But this friend of mine, she made contact with a race of beings who are saying again that what's happening on our planet is affecting everybody in the entire galaxy. And I want to make quickly let you guys know there's a difference between galaxy and solar system. Some people say galaxy when they mean solar system. Right now, we are the only habitable planet in our solar system. There's probably some ETs hanging out on the other planets, but that's not their natural place. Their natural places are on other planets. One of the races I've been in contact with is they come from a star system or solar system approximately 400 light years away, yet they can be here in an instant just because of the way it works. They use ESP. They project with their mind, and it is instant. You can be there in a hurry. All right. Are there any questions, or should I continue looking at what's coming at us? All right. All right. I still see a lot of cases popping up. Okay, I'm looking at, central Arizona. It's going to become a hot spot. no pun intended. Um, okay, where else? Where else? South Texas, South Texas, the area between Corpus and Harlingen, South Texas. Mississippi's getting hit hard now. It seems to be people are visiting Florida and then moving away, and so that's bringing that in as well. And here comes that truck again, or that motorcycle. All right. Huh. Huh. Hi, Janice. I didn't know you were here. That's good. Um, okay, so let me try to tune back in. Well, Karen, you want to know if you want to move out to California. I would give it a little while. This place is getting uh, California. They're trying their best to lock the virus down here, but I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in South Bay, and it seems to be it's continuing. It's continuing, and and today when I was in the grocery store, there was a hi Tammy. There was quite a few people that were complaining about wearing their masks, and so I'm like, wow, I always make sure I have a mask on when I go to the stores. So top level headlines. Okay. Do you feel this is negative or positive, Patrick? Uh, so I know a lot of us in the spiritual psychic communities have been talking about ascension. So is that, there's been some talk amongst some people about what's a fake extraterrestrial event, meaning that it's fake, it's not real. I was thinking about this earlier. I watched this thing about that one guy that was Infowars, and he kept calling a lot of things. He kept yelling how they're false flags, and I'm thinking that he's doing this in such to make us where we think everybody yells false flag. It's actually the boy acquired wolf, and when it actually occurs, we're not going to know about it. Um, the information I'm getting is that if there's any UFO or ET activity, and uh, it's a very physical looking craft. It's here, it's solid, and it involves some of the gray aliens. That's actually Earth based technology that's been reversed engineered. Yeah, Alex Jones. Alex Jones. Um, and and I'm seeing too coming up. We're going to have a hell of a time with hurricanes. There's been one already hit Texas. There's one hitting the East Coast. A lot of people got together and meditated and actually pushed the hurricane that was going to hit Hawaii. They pushed it north. So we need to keep up stuff like that. Um, and a lot of people are saying how the virus is engineered, and it isn't. I'm picking up that this is a virus that actually dates from before the tundra was frozen, so something unleashed it there. It made its way south. I was talking with my daughter earlier today, and we were talking about a game we used to play when I was still in Austin. It was called Plague Incorporated, and that's exactly the sort of scenario we're facing right now. Okay, Tammy, I don't know if you've got the message that I sent out. Hmm. Uh, all right, yeah, fear mode. Something about, because I noticed that the Pentagon is starting to release some information regarding their working with UFOs. Just realize that a real spacefaring advanced alien species, they are not going to travel 400 or 500 light years, and some are coming from other galaxies, so we're talking billions of no, millions of light years, hundreds of thousands of light years. They're not going to be coming to the United States just or to this country to take it over. They're going to be, if not hundreds of thousands of years ahead of us. They're going to be billions of years ahead of us, and they've gone past the issue with what we're going through. In other words, you're not going to see a warfaring civilization like what we would do. If somebody was to suddenly give us warp drive, we would be out there raping and pillaging, because basically a lot of Earth people are no different than the Vikings. Let me get back to this. Tammy, if you're still with us, I'm going to be making a trip to Austin at the end of this month, 1st of September. And so I'm going to be hollering at Mike, Catherine, and, maybe try to meet up with you guys, because I'm going to hit Austin, stay there for a short time, hang out with Candace, and then Candace and I are going to drive a U-Haul truck with my stuff up to my mother's house, and I will be moving in there mostly to write, but I have a couple of new story ideas that can be shot on my sister and brother-in-law's land. So imagine I'm going to be around, I'm going to have 40 acres of New Hampshire pine forest to play in. And I am told too that I'm going to be learning how to cross-country ski. Now Tammy will back me up on this. I am not a cold weather person. To me, snow is an unnecessary freezing of water. If I can't use it to cool off my beer, I'm not interested. But hey, here we go. Hi, Carrie. Oh, all right. Okay, Carrie. Let me tune in on you. I think your husband's also in the group. Okay. Northwest Georgia. You're like going to be right on the edge of some outbreaks with this virus. Yeah, Rita, I'm going to freeze my butt off, but everybody's telling me it's not as bad. But we'll see. We'll see. I may wind up getting some of those socks that may get some of those socks that have batteries to keep my toes warm. Anyway, also, if anybody else, in this group, we have all of us hopefully are some way or another psychic. If you see answers to any of the questions that come up and I'm not getting anything, I'm trying to tune into your husband, Carrie. I'm picking up. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I do have a lot of stuff happening in the background. Something about he's halfway there. I'm not sure if that makes any sense at all. If he's halfway there. I don't know if anybody heard, but there right before I took off for LA, I actually saw a triangle-shaped craft fly over. We were at my friend Catherine's place. We had watched a movie in the garage, and I'm out in the front in the parking lot. I look up and I see a red light in the distance, and it's an aircraft of some type, and it comes at me very, very quickly, and I see, wait a minute, there are 3 red lights. If it was an actual airplane, there'd be a red light, a green light, and a anti-collision strobe, and there wasn't. And it was going either it was very, very high in the atmosphere, going very, very fast, or it was very, very low, still going very fast, but making no noise. So I do know Austin is used to be a hot spot for UFOs, and I know where I am going into New Hampshire is definitely a hot spot for UFOs. I don't know what it was I saw. I woke up and I saw some movement out in the front yard area of my mother's house, and something was out there, something that was a little brighter. It was in the moonlight or starlight, and it was just walking weird. It was walking weird. And so I don't know what it was. It could have been a moose. Could have been a moose. Now the doggy's barking. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them up here while I wait to see what's happening with the little fur brats. Tammy, how are things? I mean, I see some posts that you put up occasionally. How's everything going for you? Like I said, hopefully I'll be leaving this area around the 8th or the 9th, putting my arrival no later than September 11th, and I'll probably be in Austin about a week and a half or so. And Candace, she's currently applying at a cat hospital to be a vet tech, and I'm picking up that she's going to get that job. She's going to be so happy. All right. Let's see. I have no idea who else is on with me. I can't see much of anything here. So I'm going to go look at the video here. Now, again, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and post them up there. I am trying to find my group. Here we are. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Seriously. All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, first off, I know where he's at there in Texas, and you know how us Texans are. We don't feel like we're fully dressed unless we're heavily armed at the same time. And I kind of hope we do have a mild winter. Last time I was in New Hampshire during the winter, there was about 14 inches of snow, which is approximately 14 inches more than I want to have. But I'm also going to be doing a bunch of photography as well. But trying to think, maybe I could flag Avery down, because my route from Austin to New Hampshire will take me around the Dallas area. I've not seen Dallas since Candace was flying out of DFW, and I went up there, and that was God, when was that? That was holy cow, that was 2004. So it's been a while. I don't think Dallas has changed much. Mm. 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 But Avery is a very level-headed guy, and he's going to find more weapons. He's going to probably see more wrecks, especially where he's at right now. Just tell him to keep his fear under control, and I think I have his phone number. If not, while we're in Austin, I'll reach out to him and just see if there's just chance at least to wave at each other as I'm heading north. My route from Austin to New Hampshire is going to take me through Kentucky, through Ohio. Then I'm going to go across via Pennsylvania, New York State. Yeah, hi, Mom. There she is. There's my mom. Yeah, 14 inches is nothing. You're right. You're not going to see me out in it smoking a brisket or anything. Although, it's really weird about Los Angeles. I have a smoker here, and I've been looking. I cannot find brisket here in Los Angeles. That is just so bizarre. So bizarre. Okay, any questions I can answer? And I've still yet to really get a firm thing on your question, Carrie. I'm picking up. He's like halfway there. That's all I can pick up right now. And let's see. And Tammy, I don't know. I don't know if Candace has been with Austin Pets Alive now for 4 years, and she's hopefully. Oh, okay, Rita. All right. He's on a ventilator. All right. All right. One of the things I've learned that I'm really good at doing is sending energy to people. I'm becoming an energy worker. Um, I was a friend of mine. I helped her the other day, and so let me see. Uh, hmm. Whew. Okay, I'll check on that here in a minute. Okay, Rita, and everybody else can do that too. Send some golden and purple energy towards Rita's brother. Let's see if that can help. Uh, yeah, he's now back at 100%. Okay, all right. Do they have him sedated? I know a lot of people have to be sedated when they're on a ventilator, because it's like you can't breathe. The machine's breathing for you, and your body fights it. When Candace had her accident last year, while she was initially in the hospital, they put her on a ventilator because they thought she was getting ready to have a collapsed lung, and she told me what that's like, and I don't want anybody to go through that. All right, reset myself. Okay, some cities will be having some outbreaks with some children. Again, mostly through the south. Not so bad. The upper, okay, there's going to be some Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, I'm picking up something there with the schools. And let me move. Uh, Going to be some outbreaks south of Los Angeles, Orange County. Outbreaks through the middle part of the country, the Dakotas. Yeah. Yeah, Tammy. I don't know if you've had a lot of conversations with Candace, but yeah, after that accident, they put her on a ventilator. And, okay. Yeah, they would have to do that with your brother, Rita, because, and I've always wondered about that. I've never been in a situation where I was sedated very heavily. I just wonder what the, let's see if I can't reach out to that, his higher self. Okay, his higher self, Rita, is just hanging around there. So you could probably reach out and make contact. He's not indicating that he's going to be going anywhere anytime soon, but he's shrugging. He's shrugging at me. It's like he doesn't know. Which is kind of weird because our higher selves, our souls, know when they're going to be going. And but sometimes we're not allowed to know that. Uh, we're not allowed to know when it is we will be dying. We're not allowed to know when other people will be dying, only because that's just the way it does. Uh, oh, Manny. Oh my God. I need to get with you and find out exactly what was going on with that one. Is that anything to do with your business, perhaps? Uh, Tulsa, Oklahoma? Yeah. Uh, Actually, he's closer to. He's a little further south than Orange County. Uh, I'm picking up the city name is Oceanside on that, Manny. Picking up Oceanside. All right. Uh, all right. Let's see. Uh, the last thing I heard about Texas, Tammy, was that Austin, his lease is getting a handle on the viral outbreak, but I'm going to be there, and I'm going to take all the precautions necessary. I do want to see. Oh, it's a side job. Okay. Uh, I need to see my dad, Tammy. I don't know if you knew this, but last January, right around his birthday, he fell and broke his hip. He's had a partial hip replacement, so he still isn't really walking very well. He's still using a walker. Uh, the last time I talked to him, he was trying to get something going with a website. He's always had this thing about wanting to do just weird, bizarre stuff, but he doesn't want to sit still, so that's causing some issues. And I know once I hit Austin, I'm not going to tell too many people I'm heading that way. I just want to call them up and say, hey, I'm in town for the next couple of days while I go through storage. Also, Tammy, I've got a lot of stuff in storage other people may want, and so we'll link up. Obviously, we'll talk and see if there's anybody that you know who would want some of this stuff that's in storage. And I know my daughter has already said she has dibs on my tools, which tells you, guys watching this, a little bit what my daughter is like. She has burned out one of my old drills, and she is very good at that. Oh my God, she's really good at that. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? We're at a little after 7. I don't know. It sounds like I'm on the radio, doesn't it? You know, it's 7:04 p.m. We're going to cut away now to traffic and weather. So, I had this one teacher in college who said I had the perfect face for radio. So yeah, I'll wait here a few more minutes if anybody has anything. As far as the virus goes, yeah, there's going to be another outbreak as soon as school starts. I feel it's going to be really just kept to the Gulf states there. It's going to take a while for the rural areas to get a handle on it. Florida especially. Of course, Florida has always been a problem with the rest of the United States. I'm not about to look at the election coming up. I keep saying that in every one of my lives. I keep saying that. I am not going to look at the election. I stay away from that. I will poke fun at religion. I will poke fun at the political landscape, but I'm not going to try to get a reading on that. I have a feeling I know who is going to win, and I don't think the divisiveness in the United States is going to get any better, which is why I would like everybody to just at every chance you get, take 5 minutes, just breathe 5 minutes, and then just send healing energy into the overhead grids. Ooh, Alabama. Holy cow, young lady. Are you sure you want to go there? Let me look at it. Birmingham is going to be a problem. So is Huntsville. If you can go a little further south than Birmingham, those areas there should be relatively safe. Okay. It being one of the states that we have issues with. Now, things opening up. They're going to be looking at that at the end of August. If this area can level the curve and stop rising the way it has been, they might be trying to open things up. I would really like it to be far more opened up than it is, because I missed that very narrow window to go get my hair cut. I haven't had my hair this long since 2005. Tammy, I don't know if you remember that. That's when I was letting my hair grow, because I felt that if I cut my hair, the Longhorns would lose the very next game. And so I just let it grow, and sure enough, 2005 they won the national championship. But after that, no. And so, it's seriously, the other day, the 70s called. They want their hairstyle back. So, oh, you're going to be in between Huntsville and Birmingham. Okay, let me look. Okay, it's not quite as bad if you're right in between. Yeah, it is long. I used to, when Candace was still at home, I used to have her cut my hair. I had a pair of clippers, and we just cut it all over an inch long. And then I said, no, I'm going to do a regular guy's cut. But if anything, I'm sure the places in Austin are still open. I can get it cut then. Uh, okay. And I just, if you have questions, just put them up there. Uh, let's see. It's so weird. I was looking at the rates for. I don't have a lot of stuff to move from Los Angeles to Austin, but I thought, well, uh, ooh, okay, all right. Let me look at that. Let me look at that. Boy, a lot of. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying, Patrick. And this is a young person too. Uh, they're not expecting. Not expecting. It's a celebrity. Ah. The thing is I'm seeing a face, but I don't know who they are. I can tell you, I think they're in music. They're in music. Uh, Hip hop, I think. Hip hop. Not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, 2020 started out really bad with uh, Kobe Bryant going. Ooh, Betty White. Well, yeah, yeah. But I'm also getting a hip hop star too. Vegas. I thought about that when I was heading, let's say, I take off from LA and I'm going to Austin. I thought maybe I'll take a day, swing through Las Vegas. Uh, okay, they are handling it very, very well, Manny. I don't see a lot of extra cases coming up there. I think the people running Vegas are bright enough to try to halt the spread. So that's looking good. Yeah, Betty White. Uh, check. Let me check. Let me check. Okay. All right. I-15. Yeah. Yeah, very young. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting this celebrity death is going to be a very young person. Uh, I'm not getting it's Justin Bieber though. Damn it. And to make and just to but it's going to be one of those that's going to really just make it obvious to everybody that not everybody's escaping this virus. I don't know if that's going to be the virus or not with that one, but yeah, that's the problem about having this gift, and I think everybody here can agree with me. Is sometimes you get a feeling about something, and you don't know what it is. You don't know, and you get some feelings. I'm feeling it's a person of color, and they're hip hop, rap or hip hop. Then again, it could be somebody that I'm seeing a little darker skin than they probably would. So yeah, yeah. All right. If there's not any more, okay, I certainly will, Manny. I certainly will. I'll keep you posted as to that. Uh, and I don't know who else is going to be watching this later. I'm going to share it to my other group. And if there's anybody who wants to get in on a one-to-one or something like that, energy work, reach out to me. I am, uh, yeah, yeah. So tomorrow is the full moon, about middle of the afternoon during the day. So if you're going to be doing anything that needs the full moon, either tonight or tomorrow night, it's good for that. Uh, and then uh, everything's just going to sort of cruise. I haven't gotten anybody signing up for my boot camp, so unless I get 5 signups real quick, we're not going to have the boot camp. I'm going to move on to something. Okay. Ah, that is, yeah, Manny. A lot of times, uh, family and friends will come to us in dreams after they passed away. I don't know if she's still on here or not. Oh, you lost the video. I don't know if she's still on here or not, but my good friend, after he passed, several of us had dreams with him in it. And in one of them, he gave me some interesting information. Okay. Uh, Anything else? My God, I've been at this for 45 minutes, and I have this thing where I don't like my videos to go much longer than 15 minutes. So I'll give it a few moments here. If there's not any more questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the live. I'm going to share it into my other groups, onto my page. And if there's anything you need from me, do reach out. I am available. And hear the Jeopardy theme song. And Alice Trebek. What's happening with that? Because he was fighting cancer. But that's not the one that with a big celebrity we see passing. No, I agree with Janice. It's going to be somebody very young and very unexpected. All right. So, guys, you heard it here first. We can pick up who it might be, but we don't got any names, and that's the problem with this. It's like last year I was having a bad feeling the first part of July. So did my sister. So did my mom. None of us knew that it was my daughter getting ready to be in a bad accident. So, all right, I'm going to call it an evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And I'll probably do it again. And don't forget, this coming Saturday, try to meditate. You don't have to do it on Saturday. You can start doing it now. I don't care. Just everybody meditate. Just takes 1% of the population to meditate to calm everything down. All right? Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.